Hey guys, Olaf here from LSE. So this is a video about the test setup which I've done. I'll walk around it for you guys. Not sure if you guys can see it correctly. So we have two solar panels on a wood rack built up with a deep cycle marine battery, a solar charge controller, and so each solar panel, I hope you guys can see it, it's 125 watt sun rays. They're focusing to the sun right now at a 35-degree angle. It's not ideal, but it does do what I need to do. And so what we have here is two 55-gallon barrels. One I use right now to get the water, one to use the water. I have a siphon down, spin down filter before my diaphragm pump, which is a 5.5 gallon pump. And right now, as you can see, the spin down filter has a 30 micron filter in it. Right now it's a test setup with 1/2 inch hose here on the intake, quick connects here. There you can see the current PSI we have towards the house. There is the replaced pressure switch, which is from Square D, the mechanical one. Let's see that we get this opened up for you guys. So the way these work is very simple, and they are set up for multiple amps. So this is your plus and this is your plus. It's just interrupted as soon as this one is pushed here. It starts the pump, and the two springs here in the back, see that we get this here right on video correctly, are adjusting for your PSI pressure. This one so the big one is for the range, so it's 20 to 50 PSI or 30 to 50, and then with this secondary spring here on the left you can actually raise the whole thing by up to 10 psi. So instead of 20 it will be 30 on the low side and then 60 on the high. That's what that is. And if you would have this one with a 240 amp pump, 240 volt pump connected, you can actually have both hot leads run through it here. So these are being sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, and you name it, for like around 30 bucks. You can get them online cheaper. Some of them have a lever here on the side. Those are the ones you want to preferably buy because they have a low pressure safety switch. So right now, as you can see on, I can't see really in my screen here too well because it's all dirty. So right now you see I'm running 40 somewhat psi. As soon the pressure drops below 20 psi, the pump kicks back in. It should kick in earlier, but it's the way the setup is right now. Then this switch triggers, and this switch works very reliable, where the little switch, which is here on the bottom part, blew up within the first week. It's just a design failure from the manufacturer. And it's not per se this manufacturer, it's all of them have that problem, that these little switches blow up too quickly. They're just cheap, made in China, made pieces which cost like 20 cents. Back to the setup. Back there you see that little 20 amp charging controller. So this one is charging this big Royal King deep cycle battery. Make sure that you use a deep cycle, because those you can drain further down than regular car batteries, and you can recharge them correctly. So the charge controller, actually you can see it on the description. So let me get my finger in here. So there are the solar panels, both hooked up. Then there's your battery, and then the two are for the diaphragm pump. So on this diaphragm pump is upside down for a reason. I still have to put a cover here on top so rain doesn't go into the motor. One of the design failures with these units is if, and you saw it maybe on my Instagram posts already, if that seal breaks from the diaphragm, the water goes into the motor and saturates the motor. If you have it upside down like I do right now, the water stays stuck in there, and at the end the seal here in between will fail and the water will actually come out to the bottom part and does not destroy further your motor. So that's why I recommend them to be mounted upside down, but make sure that there's no water coming into it. Just silicone here on top will not help. You actually have to have a rain cover on top. But that's pretty much my setup. As you can see, the pressure went a little bit down. It supplies my whole house right now, which is a 4,000 square foot house. And I'm test running this system now since almost a month. And so what I do, I fill up these 55-gallon drums with fresh water and let it run through the first filter. I have two more filters which have to go in after this before it goes into the house. So there will be a further installation where I have these sitting up here on top with a cross member, which then will filter down even further. But that's pretty much what we have right now. So thank you guys for watching, and stay safe out there.